G'day everyone, Badlander here. Well, none of the other boys wanted to come on a ride today, so it's a bit hot for them, they said. So Pete and myself decided to get up early and brave the heat and go for the ride. But first we had to have the first obligatory stop at the old Camp 64 cafe at Timboola. Thoroughly recommend this place for anyone coming through. If you're going off-road or on-road, they'll tell you road conditions, they keep you up to date, points of interest to go see if you, whatever way you're going, plus beautiful homemade food. You'll have trouble getting up off the table when you're finished. Anyhow, Pete and I are heading out on the Burke Development Road, which is the main road that goes from Mareeba to the Gulf Country, over to Weipa, and we're heading off on the Petford and Irvinebank Road, which we've travelled some of it, and we're just checking out some of the tracks and just seeing what it's like in the real dry season. So at the moment it's about 36 degrees here, humidity's up around 94%, probably higher if we were back over on the coast. So just to give you an idea, this is all within about an hour and a half of Cairns if you ever want to do it. So anyhow, bit of a sidetrack there. So the country is very dry, very harsh, and the water sources are pretty few and far between, but the scenery is just rugged and beautiful. We love the rainforest riding and that as well, but this has its own challenges here. So I hope you enjoy the ride, and let's go. Looks like there's been a good fire go through here. Looks like a couple of weeks ago. There's a few green shoots coming up now. Once the fire's been through, you can definitely see how rugged the landscape is out here. This track's pretty good, but it's a bit shaly underfoot at the moment, so just have to watch it on the bends here. Because it's dry, all the dust is being piled up to the outside of the road, so try to stay away from that. There's a cool rock gully down there. It's probably a creek bed to the left. There's a few puddles in it, but not much water at all, so it'd be pretty stagnant and crappy stuff. This track is actually so good. It's lots of bends, twisty, straights, ever-changing outback landscapes. It would be hard. It's pretty hard to be farming out here, but you couldn't run too many head per acre, I would think. Not that I'm an outback farmer. I'm from the, let's say Riverina area, so you can run a lot more than what's here. I just love the scenery and all the roads and tracks out here. Wherever you go, you can be in dry, barren plateau country, and then these big mountains and hills come up. I just wish they could tell me the stories of things that have happened and they've seen over the year. I know it's dreaming, but it would be cool. Another bit of a dry creek bed to the left. Yeah, and as you might have seen on a bit of the road so far, you'll see lots of horse poop on the road. So out here you always have to be on the lookout for horses, pigs and roos. Had a few close encounters over the years, and surprisingly, mostly pigs. The kangaroos don't worry me so much. As you can see, the track's all red dirt country, and after a bit of rain out here, it does turn into either slippery or spongy. Either way, it's going to be a challenge if you get out. So the trick is plan your route and plan the weather as you're going. Oh, looks like a bit of smoke up here on the left. Wasn't meant to be anything in the plan. There was no scheduled burns or anything, so just have to go a bit further and check it out. Could be a controlled burn. They sometimes just let them go out this way, but oh well, we're going to find out soon. Hey. Fire's definitely going pretty hard up ahead. Okay, we're just crossing Emu Creek and I can see the smoke. I can't see if it's controlled, so we're going to have a look at it and just work out what we're going to do it and keep an eye out for tankers if it is a controlled burn, but if it's not, we'll have to make a call on what to do. Oh, that's a good sign. Can definitely see the farm ute, so guessing it's a control burn, so we should be right. Pete's just having a quick chat to the cocky. He'll give us the go-ahead to go through in a few minutes. Yeah, the cocky decided with all the smoke he was going to radio ahead to his other mate on the other side just to let us know there's some bikes coming through, and he actually decided to run point for us just to make sure that we weren't going to get collected by a car coming the other way, so truly appreciate his efforts. Bit of an Aussie legend. He just told us to go wait in the shade. He's just waiting for the all clear from his mate and he'll lead the way. Can't ask much more than that. So we just had to give him a couple of minutes. Take the obligatory photos. Not every day you got to ride through fires. And get ready to go. Well, Pete said he only had one smoke, so let's say that was enough of a fix to keep him going for the rest of the ride, eh? See what he says to that one. I was really hoping to show you a bit more of the countryside without the smoke, so hopefully it clears soon, but at least with the fire you can see the rugged landscape, like I said before. You can see what the country's actually made out of. So this section of the track is the old township of Enuford. There's not much to see anymore, it's just a few old remnants like iron and a few old tins and remnants of bottles here and there, and that's thanks to the fire. Otherwise it's a bit too snaky for me to go investigating any further in there. I've done it once before, but probably never again. It's pretty well all gone. Just a few signs signifying where things were. Here's the horses. If you look to the left, you'll see some of the horses I was talking about earlier. Nice and quiet and off the road. That's just the way I like them. Looks like we're coming up to Oaky Creek and Pete's pulled over, so it looks like stop time. So we'll enjoy the little lunch break and then keep going in a few minutes. Well, that was a quick drink and a snack. The old horseflies didn't want us as their neighbours, so it was time to skedaddle those things bite. We decided to head to a nice little spot that we know about 25 k's from here that doesn't have horseflies to finally finish our little break and have another drink. But back on the track right now. Look down to the right, you can just see the dry riverbed. It's pretty sparse and bouldery, but in the winter time it's flowing. Yeah, and here's a bit better view of the river on the flat side of things, on the right hand side. There is an historical grave there that I still have to find, but it's a bit hot and dry at the moment, so that's going to have to wait until it's winter time up here, and I'll go have a squiz in there again. Got close, but not quite there yet. You can see by that sign that you have to be self-reliant with all the water out here. Poison water hole signs sort of are everywhere here from the old mining days. The contamination in the water, you'd think over 100 years ago to be flushed out, but obviously not. There's still traces of it there. So this is the old Talbot Township water supply. I think that's how you say it in here. So way back in the day when it was a pioneer town, the mining town, this was the main water supply. It's probably also one of the main reasons there was a lot of fatalities, and especially in the infant side with water contamination back in the day in this area. The old mining days were pretty hard. So, we stopped here in this intersection. Pete and I have never been there on this track before. So, we weren't sure. After a quick deliberation, we decided, hey, let's go check it out. So, the track actually only went for about 5 or 6 k's and came back onto the bitumen. So, at least we know for next time. But if you don't check it out, you'll never know. So that might be a wrap for this episode, everyone. Thank you so much for all your support. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Even if it's bad comments, let me know. Badlander out for this one. Hope to see you on the next one. Thanks again for all your support.